The age-old writing conundrum. Effect versus effect. Which one is right? There's only one way to find out. Let's make them fight. Hi, I'm Martin from Reedsy. As you may have heard, our regular presenter Shaylin has left to pursue a full-time writing career. So while she gets herself stuck into the exciting world of publishing and academia, I thought I'd step in for a spell and share some of my favourite writing and publishing topics. Starting with this: effect versus effect. Now, when spoken by most people, effect and effect are homonyms. They sound very similar, if not completely identical, which wouldn't be so much of a problem if their definitions weren't kinda similar. In this video, we'll go over definitions of both, and we'll give you 3 mnemonic devices, ways of remembering how to tell which word is right for which situation. So let's get started. Effect with an A is a verb. It means to produce a physical change through action. For example, the power cut does not affect my ability to work. It can also mean to produce an emotional change or a move in someone's emotions. For example, the kind words in Sean's birthday card affected my mood. Lastly, affecting can mean to be pretending to be thinking or feeling something. For example, despite the disappointing football results, I affected a cheerful demeanour. To put a fine point on it, effect is something that happens to the subject or object of a sentence. Effect with an E is a change that is brought about by a cause or event. For example, years of exercise had the effect of strengthening my grip. Effect can also be the result of an action. A few minutes of crocheting had a calming effect on his mood. So now that we've got our definitions out of the way, how do we remember which is which? To help you lock in these definitions, we have 3 mnemonic devices I think you'll enjoy. The first one is called the Raven method. If you're not sure which word is which, just imagine a large black bird, and remember, effect is a verb and effect is a noun. If you're not so good at remembering what nouns and verbs mean, don't worry, we've got you covered with the next one. It's called action and end result. Effect is for action and effect is for end result. The rain is affecting the young lad. The end result, or effect, is that he's soaking wet and apparently confused. There's nothing quite like creating your own mnemonic device to help lock information into your own brain. So to that effect, we came up with our own special mnemonic device that I call Accident and Emergency, or A&E. Quick note, here in the UK, the emergency room of a hospital is called A&E, Accident and Emergency. So when you're affected by an accident, the effect is an emergency. And so there we have it. 3 ways to remember the difference between effect and effect. With these in your back pocket, there's no way you're going to mistake these 2 words ever again, right? Well, not quite. Like all aspects of the English language, there are exceptions to the effect/effect rule. And I'm sure you'd be glad to hear that sometimes effect can be a noun and effect can be a verb. Hooray! As a noun, effect can be the physical manifestation of an emotion. The gas bill was for $3,000. His affect reflected his confusion. As a verb, it can also be a conscious set of feelings caused by a thought or an event. His affect was positive that day. To affect something, that is, to use affect as a verb, means to transform something or to cause it to change. He was sure that his motivational tweets would affect positive change in the world. These exceptions are less likely to pop up in everyday writing and conversation, unless you are a particularly fancy speaker or writer, in which case, more power to you. And that wraps up my first pre-recorded video on this channel. Make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel for more new content each week. And if you have any good mnemonic devices for remembering language rules, please do share them in the comments below. I'll see you next week.